Here we go again. Here we go again. I kinda wanna be more than friends. So take it easy, cause I'm afraid won't be satisfied. I guess I just like doing this. They say, I don't know who they is. My grandma once said to me that people say that you sing or hum when you're happy, or if you're a happy person. So I was humming one day and she told me this, which is funny because I was not happy. I was not in a good mood. I did not feel happy, I should say. Did not have happy. If you follow my blog, hopefully you understand what that means. If you don't, just check out my most recent blog post. I think it's the most recent one. Oh, spoiler! I just said the blog title early. I'm just kind of excited because this is the last faith-based post, and like I said, love talking about God, but my platform, how I go about things has changed on my blog since when I first started it. I kind of expanded it to be more lifestyle, encompassing tips from psychology studies, or just stuff I found in my life to be true, or just being funny stories that can make you laugh and move on with a smile on your face. So I'm excited to get to those. But this one was the only blog post I wrote on my mission because obviously if you've seen the past YouTube videos, missionaries are pretty busy. Sometimes they're going door to door, seeing if anybody wants to hear what they have to share. Sometimes they're going to people and teaching them. Sometimes they're going to people at their congregation and talking to them. Sometimes they're helping clean up the community or helping someone with their yard work, like whatever service. There's just so much to do. I thought that on our day off, I would be able to write and keep up with my blog somewhat, maybe. Not the case. Day off, I'm like talking to family and like friends, like messaging, and then also doing all the errands, and then being so exhausted that I'm either not doing anything but sitting, or with other missionaries, like playing a bunch of sports because I love sports and games, and that is a huge stress reliever for me. So this was the only blog post for my mission. And it was actually posted after I had been on my mission for not a year. I'm doing the math. Yeah, okay, just like 8 months, almost a year. 2/3 of a year, right? So it's posted on March 13th, 2019. Blog title, The Cure, Refusal. Oh my gosh, before actually I go into it, I'm just like remembering. I don't know what happened. I was reading this a while back and I swear I was like, oh my goodness. This was posted 1 year before COVID. Or at least before like COVID, I felt like was really hitting hard in my area. Things were closing down. And I was like, it relates to COVID too. I like, oh my gosh, like I know I didn't prophesy or predict anything, but this is like eerily similar to the event that actually happened. You know, and of course if I could prophesy it, like then you'd have to say a bunch of other people could predict that, like, you know, Dwight in The Office. But anyway, it's kind of eerie, so bear with me. I wasn't like expecting anything like this to happen, but it did. So this kind of might ring true in some parts to you. You might recognize the feeling or circumstances. I don't know. But anyway, blog title, The Cure, Refusal. If the world came down with some illness, if somehow we all had something spread globally that could and would debilitate us, how would we handle it? Panic? Fear? Perseverance? Hope? Perhaps we can manage if this happened, assuming it all occurred in a fairly obvious way. But what if it did not? What if instead some people had clear symptoms, but others had fundamentally no giveaways? What if we could only trust the information that would presumably be scattered around the world? Each person gets affected. Each person needs help. Rather, each person needs a cure. Sometimes I feel like how the someone assigned to present this cure might feel. In this afflicted world, I feel I've experienced a portion of the effects that the cure can have, so I desire for others to have it too, thus choosing the role to give others the option to take it. This role hurts a lot. I go from hospital room to tell people it works. It changes things, improves things. That I know this because it made a difference with me and I've seen it do the same with others. Simply, all one needs to do is give it a chance. Some will realize they need help and some will not, but the circumstances have not frequently changed the outcome. People say no. They reject it. Even as I physically hold out this precious opportunity for them, giving every witness I can that it will help, they refuse it. No. So I leave the rooms. I have to. And as I depart, I know I am leaving them in their sickness, a state they chose to live in. I continue to suffer with the knowledge that what they needed was right there. They only had to utter yes. They only had to believe. In this world, we may not all undergo a major disease, but we all get experiences of hardships, heartaches, pain. Many wander in and out of them aimlessly, and some appear to get stuck in torment endlessly. We hurt. And though this is all a part of life, many do not seem to or seem inclined to fully understand why, or how it can not only be overcome instead of tolerated, but used as a tool of transformation, used to be cured, to heal. We are not experiencing a world epidemic. I should have said pandemic, anyway. So I did not go from hospital room to hospital room. Instead, I came out on a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and go place to place to show how we can get through difficult moments, to explain why we ever have them. The two reasons I want to do this: I love God. I want to love others. Yet in the process of doing this, I continually receive rejection, refusal, rebuking. Hardly anyone will listen. Each day I feel sorrow thinking of the great joy they could have gained if only for a moment they chose to listen. Consider. Believe. When did the world cease to care about where we came from, where we are going, why we are here? Did others find what they liked, stopped asking questions, and accepted it as it is? Did everyone just start choosing personal preference over truth? Do people even realize they can know and have confirmation of the truth? Some do. The cure or the truth brings healing, a type that exclusively comes from the love of Jesus Christ. To access it, we need to understand more. What it is, who he is, who we are to him. Those are just a few things, but trust me, there is much to learn. Which means we need to keep asking questions. We need to learn and continue the process of healing. So Jesus may not have yet come again, but his love has. His healing has, and we can have it. Start saying yes. Start listening. Start choosing to believe. So like I said, I was kind of shocked that I had that parallel, but I do believe that Jesus Christ can heal us, his love. I don't think his love exclusively comes from some of the stereotypical things people associate with religion. I think those are some of the top-notch ways to get it, but I think we can also give the love of Jesus Christ by being kind to one another, by listening to someone who's in pain, by helping people overcome hard times in their lives. Yeah. There are lots of ways to access the love of Jesus Christ, and if you yourself are seeking to be proactive about it, you can't wait for someone to come and give it, because who knows who will do that when, even though we should all be doing that always. Then seek him out, right? Find Jesus in the scriptures, find him at church, find him in prayer, find him. He's there. Okay, that was the last faith-based one. I do have talks that I give in church, and maybe this is a cop-out, but whenever I do that, I use that as my blog post following the talk, just because I'm already writing something, and I feel like the talks I give in church usually help me, so maybe they'll help someone else. Aside from that, yeah, the rest are lifestyle. You get to learn more about my life, which is exciting and nerve-wracking, so hopefully we'll all be in that kind community of love to one another. I talk a lot about emotions in my blog, but I also share a lot of helpful tips, things that I think men will also enjoy having out of their life. Not that emotions shouldn't be applicable to them, but I know the algorithm doesn't really associate it with them because it tracks what they like to watch. I don't know what I'm saying, guys, but hopefully you get it. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.